to another bloody Balkan ball podcast.
Jack Sparrow up in here?
I was trying to do a Hanukkah impression, but I don't think it went over very well.
Hi
Uh,
guys, it's Atlantic Champ here, and welcome to
also,
Halo
MMO, make
Sasuke.
sure you include your audio with the
Oh,
chat.
I'm already included, man.
Right, man. Yeah, welcome back to the Bald Podcast. In chronological lore, this is number 13. We've done 13 of these fucking things, and it's kind of concerning. My mental capacity has shrunken so much since we last started this podcast. You know, uh, I was looking at it when I uploaded the 10th podcast was the same day I uploaded the first podcast, and I didn't know that. I'd
Wonder if
just
you
seen
could.
that. The 1 year anniversary, yeah.
So, in case Chumpy didn't mention it in the last podcast, which I wasn't in case he didn't mention it, the plan here is that these are going to be some college college podcasts. So he's going to be
We're
uploading them
filling
at
in
random
some
points.
time.
Yeah, he's just going to fill the gap, obviously, between August and December, whilst
Yep.
he's gone, basically for
This is,
content, along with obviously the tournament itself that will be coming out.
This actually has a planned day of release. You ready for this shit? Oh,
Uh-huh.
fuck, dude. You
Oh,
ain't
no.
even ready.
Well, this is that's why I was sort of syncing it, because it's like, could you like upload these podcasts that you're going to upload at college so they're like the same date, just 1 year later than the ones you did last year and uploaded?
No. The goal is for this to be released September 23rd. September
Ooh.
23rd, yeah.
Oh,
A solid over a month from now.
If you'd said
Almost 2
September
months.
16th, yeah, if you'd said September 16th, that would have been the day I'd be climbing a mountain.
Oh, dude, if I said September 11th, I'd be going to Washington, D.C. I am actually going to Washington, D.C. on September 11th for a concert. I hope it was really good, by the way. I hope I'm still alive by this point in time. That would be awkward if I wasn't. Imagine if one of us are just like got shot
You better be alive.
between the recording of this.
Yeah,
and
I
the
really hope I
upload.
don't die climbing up this mountain, and so I don't
Yeah,
see this
he gets like
podcast.
attacked by an ancient British like tribe
Tribe.
that's never
Oh,
seen modern
wow.
civilization before. And just sees like Hunter Unit is like, woo! And then just like takes him.
Because as everybody knows, one of the most well-known countries in history of human history still has places that have never been discovered. So there are, of course, these magical tribes that somehow exist in Chumpy's mind
Yeah,
that have
yeah.
never been found. It's like King Kong or something. You go to an island that no one's ever been to, and you find these creatures and these people. No, that's yeah. England is just like that.
It's like the Arsenal fan base. Is that a
Damn, I'm still hitting.
Zetas right there?
I'm
Was that
I'm just looking
Zetas?
at the jump box list from Paddy that he's just put in the Discord. I'm still going strong.
How many have I
118,000.
lost? I've
Uh,
given up 10,000 of my own jump bucks for
Chumpy, 79,000. You are eighth on the list. You're the eighth richest person. Yeah,
I
but there's a
don't even-
reason I've got
Really?
118,000. It's because I've not spent any of it. So the last time that list was done, I still had 118,000.
Oh yeah, I've technically lost like 20k in jump bucks to the fucking
Oh, why is
Uh,
invited me?
predictions list.
Oh, does
You know.
Ump one in to this podcast?
Oh god, do we get Ump in the Ump would be a good member of the podcast, I feel. Yeah, get him in here, fuck it.
All right, I'll bring him in.
Ump is like become like the top guy, I feel. You know what I mean? Like he's got the abs. Like we gotta get the whole
He's
Goon
always the top
squad
guy.
going.
He was always the top guy.
Speaking of the top guy,
Ump, include your audio. We're doing the Bald Podcast. You just happen to join at the right time.
welcome.
Well, welcome. You're about
You've
2
had the
minutes
full.
late.
I was gonna say you've had Swan. You had Matt in the first one. you've had me, obviously, and now you've got So you've literally had pretty much all the primary characters, apart from Phil, in
I
from the
had
Ab Squad.
Besides the
Smokey.
main
I had
character.
Smokey.
Am I the side
Yeah.
character?
I had Smokey, who's like the main character of like jumping, you know, like.
Yeah, but he's not the main character in Abs. He's
I'll
just
take a
sort
side
of-
character role.
Oh yeah, he's pretty shit at it.
Yeah, in the book, could be the companion of season 4.
He
you
can
know,
be
he's
like
one of
the
the-
sidekick. He can be like Robin. Because people don't know this, I'm actually Batman. I haven't told
I mean,
anybody before.
I've got a semi decent story arc. I was so bad I got exiled to Canada, and then rose up to get good at abs whilst in Canada.
Rose up through the glaciers.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, so we don't have like I guess a necessary goal. We have like a few plot points we want to hit, but other than that, we're just kind of bullshitting. Oh, I didn't even go into who the fuck's here. Yeah, we have, you know, the usual British fucking, you know, cockswabble hunter unit here. We have MMO Direct, who was in the
Howdy.
last one. We have Double who has never been in a bald podcast before. He's losing his bald podcast virginity, if you will. You know, like.
Yeah, my hairline is receding as we speak. I'm just glad to be here.
Mine's already
Hell
doing that. It's
yeah.
not fun.
Dude, I was talking to, who was I talking to? I think it was like Snoz and Smokey, and I was just like, dude, I think like I'm starting to go bald. Like, I had a realization, like, oh god, my hairline's fucked.
Everyone has that realization when they're like 22.
Yeah, I'm not. I turned 20 in August. I've already technically
Yikes.
turned 20 in chronological upload schedule, but
Are
I
you-
turned 20.
Is your 20th? Is your next birthday? You're going to be 20?
I'm going to be 20 years old.
That hurts me.
I know.
feel really old.
I joined this community when I was 12, Hunter.
I'm not even sure if I ever put two and actually no, I must have
No,
put two
I
and
was
two together
technically
at some point.
11. I was technically 11, bro.
Yeah. I must
Because
have done the math at some point in the past and realized you were older than Strafe, but that still feels weird to me.
Yeah, right. Nah, dude. It's kind of a crazy thought that I've kind of been in this community for more than half the time the community's fucking existed. Like, that's kind of a surreal thought to me.
Survive
Yeah.
2 more years and you'll have been in this community for half your life.
Oh, fucking A.
I've just hit 8
no.
months in this community myself now.
Damn, dude.
It
Wait,
felt like
really?
12 years for him, though.
Yeah, I felt like 12. Yeah.
Yeah, I've gained
That-
12 years.
Honestly, I feel like being a part of the jumping community all this time is the reason why I'm balding so early. Because of the amount of bullshit I've had to deal with from you guys over the years, you know?
Is this going to be a topic of conversation? What bullshit have you been having to deal with?
Well, I mean, we could get into the jump beef one or the non-jump beef one.
I don't know either, so let's
Is
go
Jump Beef
for the...
back?
Can we have a conversation about Puma? I've been keeping my
Oh.
mouth shut for way too
Oh,
long.
God.
I want to talk about it.
Oh god.
Can we talk
Okay.
about how big of a nuisance that fucker is? Can we just
Why
He has his
not?
moments.
like, he has his moments, but his moments fucking outshine the cool Puma. I miss the cool Puma, bro.
When he used to
Yeah,
work
so
at a
Puma,
tattoo parlor.
Puma, if you're watching
That was like when
this,
Puma peaked. Oh, sorry. I hope he's not watching this.
Yeah, I don't like. The only reason why I have an issue with you is because I had to deal with your fucking verbal abuse for an hour one day, and I've just kind of kept my mouth shut since. And it's kind of
Yeah.
been like, you know,
Sorry.
like whenever you are like holding on to like something in the back of your mind for so long and you don't tell anybody about it, and then one day you just fucking erupt because you're like, oh, I gotta get this shit out.
It's called pent up aggression.
Exactly. Yeah. I have a lot of pent up aggression over this topic because
Momo secretly has tons of pent up aggression just about everything in life.
yeah, no, he
He was quick to
used
the
about
draw on
he
that
used
answer
about an
there.
hour of that pent up aggression that one day. Holy shit, bro, dude, that was awful. Dude, I am a brain rot centrist, Pooh.
God.
That might be a top tier insult that I heard. Like low key, brain rot centrist.
In a conversation about anti-bullying.
In a conversation about anti-bullying. Yeah, what else did he do? He went into like the Halo Sasuke channel, like asked the crowd of people like, "Why the fuck do you guys run this? This course is shit." Meanwhile, it's still anti-bullying, right?
That was him contributing his one comment to the Halo Sasuke Discord channel.
Yeah, he doesn't really like Halo Sasuke. Kind of we don't really need him, but like god. That man.
The irony of all of what you're saying right now is that by the time this is scheduled to be uploaded, Puma might have had about 3 more of these. So
Yeah,
Yeah, just save this
I told
conversation
you-
and then we'll re-upload
what
it
did
every
I
month.
what did I ask of you, Hunter? What did I ask? And we'll see whether or not you listen. We'll see if this podcast ages well. What did I ask the day all that shit went down? I told you if this shit happens
Burger and
again,
fries?
I'm done. I'm done dealing with it. Right?
Hmm.
That's when I'm letting like freedom of speech fly. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well,
And
freedom
that
of
would
speech
be
should have applied. It should have applied right at the beginning. Yeah.
I
mean,
tried to keep my mouth shut to not cause problems, Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's difficult for me to speak about this because this all happened whilst I was asleep, and when I woke
Yeah.
up the morning after, reading the whole thing, the conversation looked weird, like there were things missing from it, and then when I got
Just
to the
Fireball made
bottom-
us delete all of it.
yeah, when I got to the bottom and saw how it ended, I realized, oh yeah, this is a conversation that's been deleted.
Yeah.
And what's both good and bad that it was Fireball that deleted it was he knows about it, but he can't remember any of it because he doesn't give a shit. He's just like, I can't remember what Puma said. It was just fucking dumb, and he was dumb, and I told him to delete it, and he deleted it.
I think I was
Yeah.
watching while that was unfolding. Like,
Right.
yeah, like as
No,
it
it
was
was-
happening.
It was fucking cringe. Do you notice ever since they put that goddamn debates channel in, every time Puma's put a fucking list, there has been zero response?
Apart from
Because people
me,
are fucking scared to do it now. People are scared to have an open conversation in that damn Discord.
I think I mean,
if
I
it
wouldn't
involves Dan.
necessarily- I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. I mean,
wouldn't
the
go that
joke
far.
the joke I was about to make was the only communication is from me to say, by the way, is this list? Is it top to bottom or bottom to top? Because Discord does that thing
But
where
people-
instead of it being
People don't feel like they can disagree with them. Because
no,
they
but
can't.
I think what people I
They
think what
can't.
people are doing instead are just putting their own versions of their lists.
Me
instead
and
of
Puma have had
directly-
some great conversations about the Women's World Cup, so Chumpy, I'm gonna need you to retract that statement.
Oh,
Oh,
shit, man.
no.
Yeah, I personally think that Team USA women's they're underpaid. You know, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, that stunning performance by the
Ah.
Lionesses to win the World Cup was fantastic. It'll go down in history, especially by the time this comes out. Wait a minute.
It's
What do
gonna
you mean
age
they lost?
poorly when both these
They
teams get
lost?
bounced in a round of 16.
It's gonna age even more poorly when Brazil wins or something.
Brazil's out.
That's already aged poorly.
Well, shit.
Pick another
Who the
country.
fuck is in the World Cup? I don't
There's
even
a
know,
Europe-
bro.
think-
Let's
of a
see if
European
Chumpy
country.
can name a second country.
Germany.
Up, out.
I'm so glad you said Germany because they're out as well.
Fucking bro. Canada. Oh
They're
no. Is that another one? Do I gotta keep
They're
going?
out. They're out as well.
What the fuck?
Think of
Fucking
an Asian
Netherlands.
country. Did the Netherlands?
Netherlands.
Are they in?
Netherlands are through. They won the group.
Hey, I was so hoping he'd say China because I'm pretty sure China are out as well.
Man, I am not cultured. I have not watched any of that.
You're fucking telling me. What just happened, MMO?
Oh, I've seen jack shit of it. It's on at like dumb times, and to be honest, I don't really care all that much. I have nothing against women's football. I just am not
Like
Put
I
it this way, I haven't had a long enough gap of there being no men's football for me to be like literally bored enough to watch women's football.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if the summer break was like 6 months instead of two, because the summer break is just not even a summer anymore. It's like literally 6 weeks, and then the new season's back on again. Um, is what it feels like at this
They have like a
point.
5 month long summer tour. I'm like
I was gonna say if there was like
every
if the
corner
gap
of the
was like
world.
5 or 6 months, maybe then I'd watch more women's football. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't
I
hear
mean, fair
much
play
back.
to them. Fair play to them.
Go ahead.
They're athletes just like any other sport. So,
But
and they're
they're
probably
not
better
paid
at playing
enough.
football than any of us. So,
No, I actually I scored 3 goals in my gym class once in high school. I don't know if you know this.
I was much better at basketball in high school.
I played baseball. I played the boring sport.
You know,
well,
our
I
school
went
didn't.
to. Sorry, Emma. Go on.
I was about to say, did you know our school back when I was going there did not have baseball?
That's fucking that's
Lucky
bullshit,
dip.
bro. Lucky dad, fuck you.
They got the fields for football and soccer, but they don't have any type of baseball field.
That's so terrible, bro. They need to get that shit together, bro. I'll go and make a fucking baseball field, dude. I'll put the dirt in, bro. I'll do it. Because baseball's important, right?
If you say so.
To some, yeah.
Fuck you guys. Anyways. Uh,
It's important to
All
the tobacco
podcast.
industry, I'll tell you that.
That's true. That's true. It's valid.
I think
It's a
the
known
most I've seen
fact.
of a baseball game was from an episode of Sweet Life of Zach and Cody when I was growing up. Um, yeah, I don't think I've ever watched a baseball game apart from that.
Well, you're missing out, man. Dude, it's the shit, bro. I love baseball.
It's way better than cricket.
Oh no, sorry, I
think
tell a
that-
lie. I played baseball when it was on Wii Sports.
Play
That's
ball.
way different.
Single. Batter out.
Home run. That shit was
Oh,
Batter out. Strike 1. Strike 2.
I think I threw my Wii remote down on the floor at one point as a kid because I got so pissed off at baseball.
Dude, I was the shit at Wii Sports Baseball, dude. I played the shit out of that. You guys don't even know this. I'm actually the 2-time Wii Sports Baseball champion.
I feel like if like in a dream scenario one day in the future when I have my own place and just have a games room full of like because I have all of my childhood games consoles in my like because my older brother obviously moved out forever ago. It didn't take the consoles with him, so they passed
Right.
down to me. So I've literally got all of the consoles and all the old games in boxes in my room. So like dream scenario one day, I could just picture setting up all these consoles in a games room in my own place and just turning on Wii Sports one day, and it would probably still just be as fun as what it was when it
absolutely.
first came out. Because Wii Sports was
Absolutely.
just a laugh.
Wii Sports was the shit, dude. Remember tennis? I used to
can't
always
remember
go
which-
aggro at tennis, bro. I used to just like fucking like fling my controller around back and forth and just like on repeat. You know, I'm not gonna make the joke I was thinking about making. That's a bit too far, but I would just like go really aggressive at tennis. Like I think I beat the shit out of my brother once playing Wii Sports tennis. R.I.P.
And
Brumpy.
that wasn't over the game. You just decided to beat him up.
No, it was over the game. I kicked his ass.
Sorry,
That's,
I was making a bad reference that you just beat up your brother. When you were kids.
It made me build up a lot of pent-up aggression that I plan on
Yeah.
using later whenever I get, like married, right?
Or into a conversation with
Or-
Puma.
Or into a conversation with Puma.
Or married
Holy
to
shit.
Puma.
Fuck Puma. Sorry.
Um,
Yeah, the last thing I want to say about it is I feel like that all could have been, it could have just not
Oh,
happened.
it was
but
entirely
you react-
one-sided.
And I
This
also feel like this is kind of a call out towards you and I guess the rest of the moderators. I feel like you guys kind of handled that poorly.
Yeah, I should have been
Sorry.
awake at 4 in the morning.
No, that's not your fault, but like you guys patched the issue, but you didn't like fix the issue, if that makes any sense. Like what Smokey gave him a stern talking to? Like that's ever stopped Puma?
Well, I think when he came in the Discord like a day later, trying to call out bullying, Smokey put him in timeout. I don't know how long for. Smokey put him
Oh,
in
boo.
timeout. But yeah, all I would say is I think it's pretty clear now. Like it's caught the attention of Fireball and Smokey. Obviously, I was already aware of it and have been aware of it for many years.
Right.
But I mean, Smokey's obviously known about it in Xbox pies and stuff. But like now, it's clear in the Discord that it's a problem. So if it happens again, you can guarantee that if I don't do something about it, then Smokey or Fireball will. And I think that's probably just the best way to leave it at that. Probably.
I guess. Yeah.
We don't want
Anyways.
we don't want it to happen, but if it does, then it's on Puma. The whole reason it happened, the thing that Chompy's referenced in this whole time, is because Puma started it. So if it happens again, it's because Puma, with the greatest of respects, forgot to take his brain medicine.
Yeah. I moral of the story, don't disagree.
I'm
Yes,
back.
yeah. Always
Moral
You
agree.
haven't missed
Perfect.
anything. They're still talking about Puma.
If
so.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Moral of the story,
Yeah.
don't disagree. Right, Memo. Never disagree.
I
Bad call.
I also can disagree with anything. I don't have to say it outright though.
That's fair. I don't know. Don't speak your mind. That's in conclusion. Keep your
I
mouth
used-
shut.
I usually don't. I'm pretty introverted.
Yeah. In conclusion, keep your goddamn mouth shut. Right.
In conclusion, you could strong arm MMO into doing anything.
In
But speaking-
conclusion,
okay, actually, I've got a-
MMO has to leave this party right now and go
No.
to take a nice flight to Liverpool or wherever the fuck and beat the shit out of Hunter Unit 751.
No,
anyways,
and you shouldn't have said shit actually, because that moves on to a nice tangent.
Oh.
So this is gonna date
Oof.
this is gonna date this podcast as to when it happened. But I've spent all week being fucking ill, and my god, it sucks. It's terrible. I haven't been
Yeah.
ill in ages, and of all the ways to get ill, it had to be backdoor draft. Honestly.
What?
I'm sick as we
Backdoor
speak.
draft.
I'm sick as
It's-
we
We had
speak
an
right now while in the
unfortunate we had an
podcast.
unfortunate awakening, and it opened the back door, and the back door would not close.
His
Um,
toilet had an unfortunate awakening.
Yeah,
Yeah. Bro was ill, bro. He was
ruined my week.
You
ill.
ever see those toilets in Japan where it actually shoots water up your butt?
Yeah, it's fun time.
Yeah, the
The
clean.
fucking-
yeah.
A
What are they
bidet.
called? Bidet, yeah, bidet. I
just
I
installed one in my
actually
house.
I've seen a bidet before. You wanna know why? I was in somebody's home once and it was a very European family, right?
Mhm.
Fucking weirdos. But like I was in their house, right? And I went to use the bathroom and luckily I just had to piss, right? So I didn't have to use that fucking monstrosity. But like I just see this fucking jet, bro. I'm like, holy fuck, what is that? And I asked about it with my friend, and he was just like, yeah, no, this is a fucking normal thing. And I that day learned what the fuck of a day was. I could get behind a lot of things. Bidets fucking scare me, though.
Dude, I am so glad you clarified because I thought you just walked into some stranger's house. You didn't specify anything about a friend at all.
Listen, I wouldn't break into somebody's house. I promise.
I think probably the worst place to find someone that breaks into your house in the toilet.
Yeah.
There isn't really any worse place in a house if you find a burglar breaking in and in the bathroom or in the
Yeah.
toilet.
Right. No, I actually
shitty way to
was
go
in.
in.
I was robbing this house
Aw.
once, and no. Was not robbing any houses.
I knew this
Can I
guy
tell
who
you
was
about
always
this?
paranoid someone was gonna break into his house while he was like, taking shit or like in a shower. So he'd always like leave guns in his under his sink,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a time I have a conversation I've never had. Oh wait, no, I had it in the last podcast. Never mind. I was gonna talk about the Yimclaw horse sex case. Just complete stale transition. You wanna talk about that?
I
What?
didn't even
The
hear the
time-
word.
The
The what?
Yimclaw
Yim-
horse sex
We
case.
we speak in the same language.
Yeah, why don't we
Eden
speak-
Claw.
This guy who went out to a ranch in Enumclaw, Washington, got himself fucked to death by a horse. That guy.
Man, I remember this like 15 years ago.
No, this was in like the 80s.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Well,
Oh,
Why are
so
we talking
30
about
years
it?
ago.
Death by horsecock. That is awesome. I'm
Yeah, I was gonna say,
sorry.
hang on, what's this got to do with you? Did you try and recreate it or something?
Listen, when I was at that
Something.
European family's house, and I saw the bidet,
They're from, like,
and
Norway or
I
something.
I imagined like the impact of the Jets 10 years, like that would fucking hurt, right?
Yeah.
You know, that shit would be painful, and the biggest comparison I can make as a
I
transition
just feel like they
was-
wouldn't work. Like,
was I
I
like
mean,
I was gonna
you ever
say
eat spicy food, it gets rough down.
yeah, right, no. Oh,
Like, I
dude,
would
that
not
would
trust that.
burn like a motherfucker. Yeah, dude. Oh god.
I mean, I just don't think
No.
that would actually clean your asshole.
No, but what I was gonna say was, oh yeah, that's a real pain in the ass. You know, another thing that was a pain in the ass. And I was gonna get into the horse sex case, but
I
We
don't
already
think I want to
talked
know
about
about
it.
this horse sex.
We're very proud of you for being so fascinated with your horse.
I didn't
Okay,
think I didn't think I
Okay,
needed to
um.
hear about this.
Another, I know people that do.
This is a conversation you
um,
probably could have with Puma. Something like to make him in.
Oh,
Him or
That's
Flame. They're
true.
probably, if you want to talk about horse sex, Flame and Puma are probably your guys.
Oh, dude, we actually talked about this on the last
There you go.
podcast, and
Oh,
it was
God.
with Flame,
Is
right?
Is this
The
is this going
conversation-
to change its name from the Bold Podcast to the Horse Sex Podcast?
It
Oh.
could be. We'll title this episode "The Horse Sex Scandal" of
No.
1987.
no, do not name it that.
That would be
Featuring
terrible.
MMO
Featuring MMO Direct as our storyteller.
A keen MMO direct.
a very
Just like
interested
have a picture of his
MMO
face on
Direct.
the,
on the thumbnail.
Whoa,
and just the title is
You better
horse
not go to
sex
my
scandal.
Discord and do that.
Just it's a big image of MMO Direct, and he's just like, "Wow,
Hey, if you look at that picture now,
how intriguing."
my hairline in that picture was actually pretty good. Now it's a complete utter mess.
Listen, man, dude, I'm gonna be bald so badly, bro. I'm gonna be so bald.
Oh, we all go
Right.
bald eventually when we get old.
Listen, I'll make sure to take a picture of my bald head whenever that happens, and I'll just say, "Bald podcast for real this time."
I always wanted to be bald.
Dude, you know who's really cool and is also bald? You ever see the Mr. Clean commercials? Dude, that guy could pull like bitches, bro. You ever see that, man?
Don't think so. No.
I haven't seen one in years.
I'm gonna move on.
I was gonna say, aside from the toilet thing, the other way I know that people sometimes, not sometimes, sorry,
Like clean their ass?
it always happens. Water going up the butt is when you go water skiing or jet skiing. It shoots up your ass so fast. It just
Oh.
When have you what?
genuinely, this is genuinely a thing.
Were you
Do
wearing
you just like put your
clothes?
ass in front of the
No,
jet?
because
Like,
you're going so fast on
I
this
can just
water
see
ski
it.
or
I
jet
could just see
ski or
Hunter on
whatever.
a jet ski throwing
yeah,
it
that's
back, and
never
just the
happened to
water
me
just comes
my
up.
entire life.
I would get sent flying off one of those.
Hunter throws it back and gets a bunch of water up his asshole, bro. It's just
Not me. I've never been water skiing or jet skiing. This is other people. I
Yeah,
know.
okay.
all
Yeah,
right,
great
Hunter.
recovery there.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
good.
not how
Think
you're
I'm
supposed
rich
to play
enough
with
to
a
go
jet ski.
water skiing?
I think that Hunter is rich enough
The,
to
the, the
go to an
impoverished
ocean.
lands of Britland.
Dude, those oceans are fucking cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
That's why it stands out. It's ice cold water shooting up your bum 45 mile an hour.
Oh, dude,
Again, like I just
Sounds like a great
I think
time.
I think you're jet skiing wrong, Hunter.
I think
at least you're
you might
cold
be doing
enough.
it wrong.
At least you're cooled off.
Christ. Oh my god. Titling this podcast Hunter's jet skiing appearance. Jet skiing experience, sorry, not appearance. Fuck.
Sonic just put a message in the Discord that reminded me. Tricky put a list out of final
Oh,
stages
yeah.
on all courses, and he almost put out a fucking huge spoiler of Niwa 22 and 23.
Oh, he
If I
did.
hadn't
my
been
God.
online the second he posted it,
Christ,
I
bro.
deleted-
I saw him
that
post
shit.
that, and I was hoping you were gonna like roast him publicly in the chat because I was kind of just lingering around for a minute.
Oh
it was.
my
I think it was
God.
up for about a minute, maybe 2 minutes. But I just happened to have been on Discord at the moment when he posted it, and if I hadn't, then literally everyone would have seen it.
Jesus
So I was like,
Christ.
deleted it, went into Discord, was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Read your shit, dude, before you post it." And then he's just reposted it. And the reason I bring it up, like I say, is because Sonic's put a message in. He's reposted his list without the spoilers, but he's forgot to put Sonic's course back in. And I'm pretty sure Sonic's list was on the original list, and it's not on this list.
Oh
and
my
Sonic's-
God, wait, really?
I'm pretty sure Sonic's course was on the original list, and I
Oh,
think he
dude,
forgot to put it.
I got a insider trading secret that I don't know if this is gonna age well on this.
Oh no,
you
no,
know,
I don't think he
fine.
did it. I don't think he deliberately left it out. I think he just forgot to put it back on.
I know. I have an insider trading secret that might have been released at this point. I don't even fucking know if this is gonna go ahead. I haven't even told you about this, Hunter. This idea. So you know how I'm like gonna go to college,
Yeah, I have
and
heard.
not be hosting a tournament.
Yeah.
So I had this idea, right? You know what Sonic could do? Like he didn't really do a
Oh,
great
no.
job with the forging, right? He didn't do a good job with the he did good with the editing when he did do it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I was
Yeah.
like, what if Sonic doesn't have a course to run at the moment? What if I had Sonic run 19 while I was gone?
Oh no.
This is an idea that I'm throwing out there. Tournament 19, it gets run by Sonic Fan. I get to just sit back and he can have his fun hosting or whatever because he said he wanted to get back into it. And I just kick my feet up while the runs come in. I have to do a fraction of the effort. While probably, dying during my classes.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if that's a good idea. It's a bit like putting like Puma in charge of apps. I'm not sure if I'm entirely convinced, but
Well, I'd have to work with this idea, but
yeah, I was gonna say I know you had like
On
your
hi-
schedule
I-
idea in your head.
yeah. I have said that like if it's like a decision with like the rule book or whatever, that shit goes for me. you know. So basically, he would just be like recording the runs and being on to get them.
And all bribes would still have to go to Chumpy, I assume.
Yeah, all bribes would have to go through me. Sonic doesn't have that privilege.
I don't think I've ever talked to Sonic, to be honest. Like, I've never seen him.
Probably for the best.
Ever since he like kind of died 6 months
said it,
ago,
I
he hasn't
didn't
really
say
been
it.
around.
Said it, not me.
All right, that's new headlining quote for the title. Doesn't.
And we'll also blame. Put MMO's face on this one too.
Put MMO's face on the thumbnail.
Yeah, if you'd
MMO
met
said-
Sonic like 4 years ago, MMO, you'd probably be hearing, "Hi, MMO."
Dude,
Something
that
along
was
those
me
lines.
if you met me like 8 years ago.
Last month.
That was like most of you guys when we first met you.
True.
You know, one of the people whose voices hasn't changed from when they started as a kid to now,
Ew.
Strafes.
Oh my God.
Because he still sounds like a
exactly-
dumb kid.
Yeah. Well, sorry, not dumb kid.
Still
Obviously,
kind
Strafe. I
of. He
love
still
you, man.
kind of acts like a dumb kid.
Well, I love you. I don't know about everyone else, but
Segway time.
look, I've said it before. I'll say it again. Strafe is so much better in real life. He actually thinks before he speaks, unlike on Xbox. The difference is just unbelievable. Anyway, go on with your segue.
Segue onto what I also wanted to talk about in this podcast. This is non-jump beef. This is just a point that I think needs to
It's
get
like chicken or something.
Actually, this might come out slightly jump beefy. I don't give a fuck.
Part 2.
But it's kind of like it's a balanced jump beef, if you will.
Okay.
It's lean beef. It's lean beef.
Roast beef.
But I want to talk about the fact that the people who started jumping right around the same time I did, like the Flames, the Strafes,
I know where you're
the
going.
etc., love to fucking rag on these new kids. Dude, it's fucking terrifying the way Flame acts about these kids. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. There was a great example today of he put something. Was it in like the sports chat or something? To Halo fan, who's like, "We do not care," and Swan just responded, "We care about him."
And Swan, the
about...
biggest bullying victim in all.
Oh yeah, Swan, the biggest
jumping
bullying
community.
victim. Yeah. Anyways.
Let me see if I can find it. Actually, hold on.
Yeah, no, I think that it's important to talk about it, and
Fantasy football.
do I get into like the deep shit about it? Is that okay to talk about on a podcast?
Flame said to Halo fan, "We do not care," and Swan said, "We care about what he says just as much as we care about what you say." Which
No,
can
but
be
like,
interpreted in different ways.
is it okay
We
to
know
talk
how he
about
meant
what
it.
Flame's
Yeah,
been kind of doing to the new kids on
Flame,
his
yeah.
course?
Oh.
Is that okay?
That's your call. I mean, that's a very tread careful line. In my opinion.
Yeah, that's a very tread careful.
I mean, obviously, by the time this comes out, I don't know where
this
Flame's
is
at with his
slightly
course.
hypocritical. This is slightly hypocritical and slightly convenient with the beef we were talking about earlier. I hate bullies. I hate people who piss people off for their own entertainment. I hate people who do things to hurt other people just because their lives suck a lot more than, the kids, right?
Yeah, the people they're bullying. Yeah.
I hate that shit. So I think that is a rational thing to talk about. Putting invisible blocks on your course just so a stupid kid fails is fucking lame. It's
We're not
fucking
going to reference. We're not going to reference any specific
lame.
person.
I won't
that
talk
might
about
be-
who.
Yeah.
You can make assumptions.
We actually put a man cannon on abs one time.
Did you?
And we set up the map where it was raining. We were gonna have Vulcan get to an obstacle and slide off into oblivion mode, and we were just gonna be like, man, it's looks pretty slippery out there today. But Vulcan failed the jump right before it, and so like the whole reason the map was this annoying rain drizzly type thing was all just for Vulcan to not even get to the thing.
That sucks, man. That's kind of like that's for humor though, right?
Yeah.
Like
No.
what's
no,
even more about it, like with abs, there's a comedy aspect of it. Like, yeah, you're fucking with his result, but like, it's for the abs whole humor thing, right? Like that would be hilarious to all of us, right? Because we know that it was real, right? We wouldn't like he didn't try to hide the fact. You didn't try to hide the fact that you scuffed his run, right?
Mm.
It would have been apparent.
It would
Oh,
have
yeah.
been very noticeable. But
Uh,
with what Flame's doing is he's he's offering extra attempts just so that whenever they do the actual attempt and they fail where Flame wants him to, he can just take that result. Another way of fishing for results that happen to insert. You can make your guesses. And like I know that he had that plan for Halo Fans Run. I don't know if he went through with it. I can't say if he went through with it or not. But I know he was planning to. Just things like that. It's so unnecessary and so, in my opinion, demeaning for what we're trying to do here in the jumping community.
I
You know?
I mean, I think this is the thing you brought up that started this conversation, the bullying kids, and this, I think, is two very different issues. And in my opinion, this second, well, they're both obviously very serious, but the second one, from a running a course perspective, is way, 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 way more serious, in my opinion. From a just because at the end of the day, the reason why, again, this is not me like diminishing bullying. I'm just talking specifically from hosting a tournament right now. The whole point of a competitor hosting a tournament is because they want to produce some sort of an entertaining video or an entertaining tournament or an entertaining course, whatever.
Right.
If you're a competitor, which 99% of us have all been, like there's like basically no one apart from It's My Yard that's ever been a course host and never been a competitor, or like very rarely been a competitor.
Right.
And to as you know, we run these because we fucking love to do them. Like they're fun, they're enjoyable. We have a passion for it, whatever it may be. And if you're a little kid, it's just all of that, just innocent, like with nothing else. Like it's just an innocent, fun thing that they want to do. And so if you're running on a course and you're just getting screwed over because the guy running it doesn't like you, that's just completely bullshit dickheadery towards this little kid. This little kid hasn't done anything wrong.
Who
apart from being a
more
little
times than
kid.
not doesn't deserve it. More times than not doesn't deserve it.
The only way it could be worse is if this little kid was like, let's not use Flame as the example. Let's say it was Hunter. The only way this could be worse if the little kid was like, "Oh my God, Hunter, I really love you. I think you're a great competitor. I always liked you. Blah 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 blah. Can I run your course?" And then
Nobody
it's like,
says
"Yeah,
that to
sure."
you.
And
Fucking
then
bitch.
yeah,
Sorry.
no one says that obviously. I'd probably be on a register if they did.
Right.
And then yeah, they said all that, and they ran my course, and then I screwed them over with a invisible blocker or whatever. Like they've just said all these nice things, and I've punished them because I think they're annoying. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
And honestly, this is like not necessarily like professional statement, but I think it's the biggest pussy shit to do that and not just like fucking not let him run. Just don't let him run at that point. Just be a man and say that you're not gonna let him run.
Just tell him your kind's not welcome here.
Yeah, but he's not. He's
put on a
not
cowboy
saying
hat.
that. He's not saying that because Flame doesn't want to go out of his way to say Here's the ban list of people I don't like.
But
This
it's
is-
on that tier though.
Oh yeah, it's just yeah. It's just it shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be happening on
It
any
shouldn't be
course
happening,
because
no.
it defeats the whole point.
This reminds me of
running.
the OG jump beef back in Halo 3 when
What was the OG?
so there was a
jump?
lot of toxicity between Spartan Warrior and Halo Warrior.
Right.
Is Halo
Halo
Warrior the
Warrior
one
was
that
that crazy
you
one where there's like 3
and
attempts and like
Foundry? Is it or something?
you're thinking of Halo Sasuke where like I got to the final stage and everyone else failed the first jump.
Oh, the first option.
Mm,
Which
first
one was
option.
Halo?
Sasuke.
Which one was the one you're thinking of?
So Halo
Oh,
Warrior,
the
I
one you were
think
talking about.
I think they had G4 logos or something. So they're not on YouTube anymore. But the guy who ran it was kind of an asshole. And I remember the first tournament I was in, like me and Space were in it. We're like, okay, it was kind of like a merger. Spartan Warrior guys are gonna jump. The only guy like had done both courses before was like, Hershey, Bamboo Nightmare. He was just kind of a goon that failed the first option.
Bamboo, yeah.
Goon.
I remember like they were actively rooting against us. Like I think I got banned after my first tournament when I got like first place. I think Space got like fourth or something, and the guy gave like his guys extra attempts, and like he even ran his own course just to try to beat us. It was so dumb. And so we're like, okay,
Right.
we're just like not even gonna
Chumpy,
try.
this is a Chumpy exclusive. This is shit like this is blast from the past shit that
I
You'd
actually,
never
you
know.
showed me
Actually
one. You showed me one of the
allow-
old Halo Sasuke videos from Halo 3. I was like, dude, I
No,
comment
Halo
on that
Sasuke
shit.
guy was
Just
chill. He was a cool guy. He was like
Yeah.
I was
Halo
like the top
Sasuke,
commander, of course. Like
this was the one with the Guardians and
so
killing
is the
you
new
after you-
Halo Sasuke guy. He's
Well-
really chill. Yeah.
Spartan Warrior had guardians like that where they killed you at the end, but
Oh no, sorry. When I mean sorry.
he had
this
like
was the
he had like
course,
a
wasn't it?
point system where
Yeah.
because he knew everyone was gonna do bad. It was like, okay, let's just have a second game here. We try to kill
It
as
was
many
like two
people.
brothers, wasn't it, or something? That
We were just
hosted
buddies
it.
from high school, and then once they
Oh, buddies,
graduated,
okay.
they just
Yeah, I don't think I got the
That shit
same.
was funny.
I don't think I got the same much about this. Like, I do feel bad for the kids as well because I'm like sitting there sometimes and I'm just like, what can I really say? I can't really say much about anything when they're getting bullied like that because I don't know
You're
what.
new too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm also very. I'm like, I don't think I've gotten that same disrespect as they got, but probably because I'm much older when I joined.
Yeah,
It's
no,
probably
I
a huge
think
factor.
that it's also you haven't pissed anybody off.
I
Here's
don't
the
try.
thing. Here's the thing, MMO, and I've said it to other people when you're not here, is that MMO is normal. He's an adult. He's not weird, so it's already a big plus. You know the best way to know if you're doing well in the jump community or not? If you join and Snaz hasn't got you on mute, because Snaz mutes so many little kids that join the jumping community just because they're too loud or they're too whiny or they have an echoey mic. So
their mom lets them eat too much sugar.
Yeah.
Just-
yeah,
Oh, MMO, were you around for Puma's anti-Snoz campaign he was gonna start?
No, I was not.
what?
Oh yeah, he was gonna do that too. He for some
What?
reason told me about that, but I'm still like his arch nemesis. You
Um,
know?
yeah,
he
but
he
I
doesn't
think
he isn't a
I
big
think
Snoz guy.
yeah, I think to wrap up at least the flame course side of things, what I would say is it just doesn't have a place. It defeats the whole point of running a course because you're in a sense rigging results. You're trying to rig results and you're trying to screw over some little kid's enjoyment, which is to run Halo Ninja courses right now. They have a passion for Halo Ninja courses, even though they're only like 7 years old, and you're just ruining it for them just because you think they're annoying.
It's like taking
It's just-
candy from a baby. Nah.
But on the bullying side of thing, yeah, look, I know it's a problem. It's always been a problem. It was a problem, obviously, Chumpy, from first-hand experience when you first joined. It shouldn't happen, and it's bad for me to say that it just does happen.
And I'm gonna finish this one for you.
Go on.
As somebody who has been what's the word had to deal with that shit. Me, Flame, Strafe, we had to deal with that shit when we were new. you are just as bad as the people were then. Like Flame,
Mm.
I think Strafe kind of is guilty of that. I think Joey's becoming very guilty of that, even though he's wasn't really around when we started. Uh, just people like that, like you are letting yourself be just as bad as the people who treated you so poorly before. So why let yourself become that?
Oh, I
Right?
wouldn't, I think you could level the blame at me for sort of like not doing more to stop it. I thought you were trying to say like I was the same as you guys. Like I didn't get bullied because there was nobody here when I started.
Right.
We
Um,
just talked behind your back, Hunter.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that course sucks. This new Niwa course. So when's he
It
gonna
still
upload a
sucks.
video?
I
It
Jeez.
did
still
think
sucks.
Hunter was like a hard rando and asked me to do your course. He was like, "This guy really wants you to do your course." You'd be so honored. I was like, "Oh no, who is this guy?"
Yeah, I was thinking about it too. I myself, when I first joined, was like, huh, it'd be fun to do a hunter course, and I figured you weren't doing much around it yet, because you're still catching up on vids yourself.
Yeah, it was a combination of catching up on videos and also taking ages with the Forge. Both are
Yeah.
coming along, I can say that.
Yeah, I'm
But
doing a good
yeah,
job on
it's
that end.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
why
it's
did you get Chumpy of all people to
no, okay, now look,
Forge?
here's what I'm gonna say. So this is
No
sort
offense,
of an
Chumpy, but
exclusive. This is sort of an exclusive. I don't think this has actually been like put out there. It's certainly not in the Discord. I was trying to
it's a
keep it
Chumpy
hush
exclusive.
hush. I was trying to keep it hush hush, and Chumpy just came in last week and started bad mouthing me. Hunter's forging sucks. Oh, these obstacles suck.
Hunter, if you think
Um,
that type of talk started last week, you are
well,
Shit,
it was the
you
first
have been
time.
missing out.
It was the first I heard of it from Chumpy. But anyway, Chumpy came to me and was like, "Oh, if you want some help with the forging to sort of speed up the process, because the process was going at a turtle pace." And initially I didn't respond to Chumpy. I was just carrying on like normal. And then I suddenly thought, well, I got two options here. I can either keep doing what I'm doing, which is going at turtle's pace, or I can take the help when someone's offering it to me, and it'll at least speed up the process a little bit. So I said, yeah, Chumpy, see what you can come up with. And yeah, now we're doing that
here.
until
I
he
will volunteer my services once Chumpy has to go to school, and
Yep.
just completely
yeah,
delete
but I'm
everything
gonna end up
Chumpy
with a
did.
mongoose stage.
Oh my
Just
god,
like
the
3
mongoose
mongoose
stage.
Just a 3, you know.
Hey, it's okay. Whenever there's a winner, I'll have a mongoose stage for you. Oh,
said that
another
last
Bald
time.
Podcast exclusive. Next time somebody wins, there's gonna be a fucking mongoose stage, and it's gonna be gorgeous
Oh man,
on stage 2.
dude, I just got done
sorry, go
watching
on,
my
Oliver.
first Aborigines episode with the other day. It was quite the experience to say.
Which was it the most recent one? Or which one?
26. I watched 26, and
This is the most recent one, yeah.
yeah, I was like, man, I should really post this into the Roblox chat. I'm just like, no,
Oh.
do not post it. And I'm like, why? And he's like, you gotta watch it to find out. I watch it, and I'm like, oh shit, you can't post that.
Yeah, MMO, promote anyone else's course and put links into the videos, but don't put ads in Roblox ever.
Yeah, it's not a good call.
To just not said
No.
anything. I'm like,
It was so funny.
The amount of
man.
traumatized children when their parents hear just like
Oh.
Swan going, yeah, fuck that kid, yeah, Irish, he might as well kill himself. Like you'll hear that, and then and then it's just
oh,
like
dude, some of the things
kid
you said about
gets
Vulcan in the
beat
past.
by the kid's parents.
This
just
one
like-
this just came into my head, and it's so specific, like dated to like the moment in time when this jumper's life like took a turn for the worst, was when Cheese had just become a dad. And Swan just went so hard on him. It's just like use a condom, dude. Like, oh my god,
Christ.
it was so funny.
Swan's just like, brother, wrap it before you tap it, man. Come
Since
on.
I had a competitor, I actually once had a competitor. I think it was in like tournament 15 or something, that was called "Wrap It Before You Tap It."
That's awesome.
That's genuinely
yeah.
a gamer
Fuck
tag.
yeah. Practice safe
Um,
sex, kids.
said about the like he tried to rig or semi-rig a strafe fail. It reminded me. Do you remember when Sleepy ran a course on Halo Reach Ump?
Yeah.
Um, he actually put out all the episodes and stuff. I don't think they're on YouTube anymore. But he put together a course, and he had a friend that was like his co-commentator for the whole thing, and his friend was the last guy to go on each stage, and and the stage one had been really tough, and his friend steps up, and he's just like, okay, so he's about to go, and he's off on the course, and he hops around the back of the start line and picks up a hidden jetpack and flies to the finish line, and it was like, oh yeah, beat the stage. It's just like, what? And Sleepy was just like, oh my god. So then it gets to stage two, and I think that was like a vehicle stage or something like that, like maybe like a ghost or something. And he does the same thing again, but this time he gets a banshee, and he's just like, oh my god, I didn't even put that on the map. And he just flies to the end of stage two, and then he beats stage two. Oh my god! I was
That's
just picturing
great.
that because you said man cannon, and it just reminded me of that. Just take a shortcut. Um, I think didn't Spartan Warrior do that once? Didn't the prawn
Yeah, his buddy
NA
Larry.
Guru Larry
Yeah.
ran the Spartan Warrior course with a jetpack? I can always remember he got to the end, and
He was
the
also an
last
elite who
obstacle.
jumped like twice as high.
Yeah, he also was an elite, so he had the advantage of jumping twice higher. I can always remember the end because the last obstacle was like a rock climb, and he was running out of time, and he needed his jetpack to recharge so he could
almost
get
died
off. And he
out.
was like, you're gonna run out of time. Oh shit! He said,
So-
you lucky fuck.
Jesus.
Oh dear.
Oh man.
Okay, I got a good question for you. What's the funniest thing, Chumpy,
Oh,
you've
God.
ever seen on whether like it's on a run that you were there for or one of your own runs or or a thing you saw in an episode of a tournament? What's the funniest thing you think you've seen in Halo jumping?
Well, there was this one. I was watching tournament 20 of Halo Ninja Warrior, and there was this run by this guy named Hunter Unit 751.
You're a
He
piece of
Oh,
shit.
big as
no.
shit. on on the crooked wall. Like, I had to mute my mic. I don't think I was there for that run, but I had to mute my mic in the premiere chat because I was just dying laughing.
You're such a piece
Legitimately.
of shit.
I
Okay, and the
wish I was
real answer?
lying. The real answer. The one time I was running this cheese course, right? And he for some reason had like power weapons on the map, and I ran the course with a rocket launcher. And this one time I used a rocket launcher to like I shot the ground as I jumped, so it would give me like extra height. And I basically just completely skipped one of his obstacles with the rocket launcher. I don't know if that's
Oh
up
my
anymore.
God.
I don't think it is. But that's my answer. Yeah.
MMO, you've probably watched a few videos. Is there
I-
anything you can think of that's really funny?
I don't think I can. I don't know if I can really pick up anything funny, but the most serious moment, in my opinion, that shocked me the most, if I'm okay answering that, would be actually your fail in 20. I was gasping.
Let's keep
I-
talking about that.
No, I'm serious. I was in high school watching that as it came out, and I just gasped right in the middle of class. Everybody started looking at me. I'm like, putting my phone down. I'm just like, nothing,
Sorry.
nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. But
Jesus.
I was shocked when you actually failed the cricket wall because you had never failed at that point on stage one.
I mean, yeah, me and Smokey are going to do a HNW podcast some point soon, and I suspect that will get brought up. But yeah, I mean, as storylines go, I mean, it wouldn't have been as epic.
After that popsicle run, I wouldn't be surprised if he just like fucking spawned a goat right in front of us, and like the goat just started barfing up Skittles so we can all eat.
What the fuck, Chomp?
What is that?
Dude, what the fuck?
What is that from?
That is Aborigines
Spoiler alert,
Warrior
Emil
5.
hasn't experienced that one yet.
That is Aborigines Warrior 5, possibly the greatest piece of commentary I've ever heard.
MMO, you just need to sit down. You said you've only watched one. You just need to go back to the beginning, and you just need to watch them all. It's
That
Oh,
part
I have a
is,
question.
told me not to do that.
Huh? No, I said go at least watch 26 before
Oh,
we
at
do.
least watch 26. But now go back and watch the Halo 5
Oh, but I have an
story arc.
honest question. It's been 6 years since that video's come out. I was very young when that video came out. I have to ask this now. Were you on drugs when that commentary happened? I have to
No.
ask. Okay.
Oh my god.
And if
I was just
so,
trying to
what
think of
kind?
something like, how could I put Chumpy? Because this is like Chumpy who failed like third obstacles or something,
Right.
right?
This is 6
And I was like,
years
how could I
ago.
put into words what Chumpy's doing right now?
I can remember years ago, back when my hard drive still had lots of stuff on it, I was downloading abs tournaments. I was trying to pick out the funniest ones to me, or like the most important ones. And I don't know, it must have been abs 10 when you did like this fake made up profile of me, and it was supposed to be all my different fails. It was so stupid. You had one, I think, where I'm standing on the start line and like a wasp or something just takes me out.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
Fun fact. Up until when I joined the community, I had no idea there was more than just yours and Smokey scores, Hunter.
Not even
Up
rocks.
until no, I'm talking about these
Usually
two.
all the
like, I didn't-
Roblox people knew about.
No, I only
goddamn
knew
rocks.
I only knew about Smokies and Hunters for like the longest time, and then until I
I feel
joined the
like-
community is when I knew.
I feel like nowadays the people from Roblox know more about Rog's course than they do about Hunter's course.
I would probably agree with that statement,
I've
to
been
be honest.
posting premieres left and right on Discord over there.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, I'll be honest, I don't
Hashtag-
really know what to say to that. I
Frog
can
is very
sort of
pro
understand.
Roblox.
I can sort of
I
see
think the
it, but
I think the
also find it
Roblox kids know.
surprising.
I think the Roblox kids know more about Halo Sasuke than they do about Ninja
Jumping-
Warrior.
There we go. Oh, you know what? I messaged Smokey something really funny. Well, funny to him.
Yeah.
We were talking about this HNW podcast idea, and
Right.
it was something to do with like what we were going to talk about. And he, sorry, he mentioned the reason why he wanted to do it. It's because he did one with his partner,
Right.
talking about how why he set up his course, and he realized this whole conversation, like how he got into Halo jumping and stuff, and he realized that whilst talking about this whole origins of Halo jumping for Smokey, he never once mentioned Niwa.
Right.
So to make up for it, he says, "Okay, I'm going to do a podcast with Hunter, and we're going to talk about Niwa and like how it influenced HNW."
Right.
And I messaged him. Back when I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." It's really sad that there's probably like 50 new kids that have joined the community that have never heard of Niwa. Like, what's Niwa?
What the fuck is a Niwa?
I would
Oh
have
my
probably been the
god.
same.
It's
I'd probably
so
been one of
ch-
those same people if I hadn't watched it all the way back in 2012.
It's so
Well, I was
valid
gonna say,
though.
For
Even
you, it must
like-
be, for
Even
MMO,
like
it must
when
be
I
really weird.
disappeared, nobody people would be like, "Oh yeah, Irish Warriors on. Oh yeah, Flame Warriors on." And I'm like, dude, I also kind of have a course. They're
I
like,
posted-
"What?"
I posted your premiere, and you got like nobody coming. I'm like, what the hell,
Ouch.
people?
I know. I have the
He's
the
banned in
support
Roblox.
of. I have the support of the true jumping community. I don't need the Roblox support.
What, me?
I have too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For MMO, it must be really funny
MMO's a bit
to think of
questionable. I'm not sure.
For MMO coming in to jumping, it must be really funny to think of MMO's just got this nice, honest thought in his head of like as like this great competitor on Smokey's course, this amazing competitor on my course, and then he discovers abs.
No, I have had 2 kids. I have had Joey Davis and Sonic, who all joined the community and said I was their favorite jumper, and now they're like easily like top 5 toxic people in the jumping community.
Oh god!
Because
So
of
are
me.
you trying to say it's your fault?
I'm trying to say it's my fault because literally I've talked to Sonic about it. He was like, "Yeah, no, I joined the community. Like, you were my favorite competitor, and then I met you, and I was like, dude, what the fuck?"
Oh god!
And I think
To
Joey
be
said
fair,
the
Sonic's
same
probably
thing to me.
Sonic's probably thought the same thing about me as well. Not that I was one of his favorite competitors, but like he would have seen me obviously watching the videos, and then he met me.
Yeah, no,
At least based on his opinion of me now.
it's
Um,
not ideal.
Am I,
but,
am
I
a
should not be a
crazy-
role. I want to make it abundantly clear. I should not be a role model to anybody. Next question.
yeah, neither should or Swan, but people still look up to them.
Joey Davis.
Oh, dude. Hey, am I crazy for wanting a lot of people to actually watch my runs when they happen?
Yeah.
Because I love it. I love it when everybody
I-
just joins and watches.
I love that. Like, I love it when people watch my videos. I think that's the same
I-
kind of thing.
Like 26, like everybody was. I had all the you guys watching.
When
I think it's the same kind of thing, though. Yeah.
when I ran towards the back end of Halo 5, I definitely enjoyed it because I fed off it. Right now on Infinite, I don't enjoy it for lag reasons, to be honest.
Oh, it's
So,
different on Infinite for you. I could tell.
But this is another way that we're dating this podcast slightly. That might be about to change because I have bought my new Xbox and it's on its way. So,
Is it gonna be
Won't be long.
here around this time next week?
it should be. I hope to have it set up way before this time next week. Yeah.
Dub. Okay, cool.
The
Yeah,
thing
you're
I'm
gonna
not looking
enjoy
forward
life.
to is just how complicated it's going to be to just transfer everything. Like, not even just setting up the account, moving this
just
account
sign in your
onto the
account,
new
you'll be
Xbox.
fine.
I don't remember any of that being complicated.
It's
No,
it's
really
always
not
Then,
hard.
then that part I'm not as fussed about. It's just the games side of things. Like, is it a nuisance to get everything, get the games that you want
Just
onto the
download it
new
overnight.
console?
should be a lot faster depending on your internet too.
Yeah.
Just queue them up for download. Let them download overnight.
You only care, Chumpy, because I've got to run your course.
That's
could run it this-
exactly what I'm saying.
I could run it this weekend now, since I've now got the whole point of me running it next weekend is because I thought I wasn't going to be here this weekend. I could
Listen,
friggin'
man.
run it this weekend.
Listen, man, I ain't gonna force you to run jack shit, but as long as you do it by
It's
the
true.
deadline, I won't be that. You fussed.
Yeah.
No muss, no fuss.
Um,
What was I
Yeah.
gonna bring up?
I was going to say.
Oh,
can't
I was
remember.
gonna ask you about my video. I was gonna do
Yes, I was going to say. So this could be a good last little thing because I know we did want to talk about this.
Yeah.
You asked me, and we could throw this to the floor. Not that I don't know if any of us actually
that. Yeah,
have.
everybody here's
an
watched
answer.
it. Yeah,
Um,
you guys were all at the premiere MMO.
the premiere for
Okay.
17 or watch 17. Champy asked me areas that he could improve based on the Tournament 17 video in order to help him for the Tournament 18 video.
And this is like things that I like could add to the video to make it more entertaining. Could be things I could remove from the video to make it, I guess, more entertaining.
I can already
and
tell.
drag out less.
I could tell you.
I
the
actually
stuff
got
you-
really good advice from Smokey about this, as I asked him too. I'm not gonna lie, I sent a big message to like you, Smokey, and Rog, because I'm like, if I'm gonna get like the best advice from like the people who do the biggest fuck shit with their videos, it's probably those three. You
Plus
know?
Hunter.
And
Thank you.
Hunter.
Jesus.
And Hunter. Yeah.
I think the
And now you're going to get
biggest-
some advice from the abs host.
Listen,
Good.
Best
I'm
advice.
I'm
Cut
doesn't
off
edit his-
profile.
that's Swan's job. I actually did talk to Swan too, but he didn't watch the video.
But anyway, sorry, MMO. That's, yeah.
I think the biggest change I saw between your 16 and 17 tournament is when someone cleared a stage, you didn't immediately go straight into a replay as the clear happened. Like the
yeah, that did
transition,
happen.
those transitions were a lot better in 17, in my opinion. I really liked that
Mhm.
a lot. Um, I don't know what to say too much uh about it, to be honest. I thought you
Mhm.
did pretty well with I would say some of the profiles you've done,
Mhm.
introducing everybody as they come. I think one thing you probably could improve on is, I don't know, be a little bit more energetic. I know you. I
I
think you
will
were sick. I
say,
think you were
I
sick during
was a
this
little
period.
sick for that video.
But
Yeah.
16, I don't feel you were that energetic, like
Either.
as a host.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think you should add more of that to your next course.
Yeah. No. By the way, if I'm not making much of a reaction, I'm actually writing this down.
Oh no, you're good, man.
So
To be
yeah.
honest, this is kind of ironic because the big thing I was going to bring up was the commentary as well. It wasn't a bad commentary by any means. Um,
Mhm.
Actually, one I will say about the improvements first. The two biggest things I liked from an improvement standpoint was um, the use of like the profiles, like not just like the full profiles, but like the
Mhm.
ones where like you showed like where a person failed in the previous tournament on the big screen. Like you had some
Right.
runs where you had it in like a tiny screen, and then you had some
Yeah.
which had full profiles, and then you had some where you just showed like the 10 seconds of them failing, but it was on the full screen, and I
Mhm.
quite like that. And the second thing that was massively improved is that you got my result right this time. Didn't fail the wrong obstacle this time.
Yeah.
Um,
I tried to. Because
or
I
anyone,
lost your
or
run,
you
but
didn't, and you didn't fudge anyone else's either. Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, no. The
He messed
thing
mine
for
up. I actually got total victory.
yeah, that's just true.
Mhm.
Um, the thing I noticed, yeah, watching it commentary wise, is that it was nothing bad from a commentary point. You was very enthusiastic, obviously, at the start, when you introduced it. And then
Right.
definitely by the time you were getting to like middle of stage one, I don't know if you took breaks during these
I
recordings, if you did it
didn't.
all in
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I had a feeling you were doing it all in one go. Um, you definitely started to gas out. Um, oh,
I
well,
took a
aside
break.
from
Yeah, I noticed that too while I was doing it, and then took a break like at run 40.
hmm,
Yeah.
the thing, yeah. So
So.
aside from the obvious taking breaks or doing cuts in the commentary, is trying not to feel like you have to talk too much. Is the advice I would give you. Because in fact, you know what? I just did it just then. I just went, the worst thing you can do, I think when I'm doing run commentary for runs, is just be going, uh, and just because you're struggling to think of something to say. I think one of the reasons why I do really good is because I have such a knowledge of people's results,
Mhm.
or just remembering like remembering something specific about that person's run when they were doing the tournament, even though it was like 3 fucking years ago.
Right.
Um, like Paddy's run in the last episode I uploaded, I remembered he was saying to me all through the practice, if I beat this half pipe, I'm going to beat stage one. And so I made sure to include that in the commentary.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but if you're not like me, like I know one of the reasons why my commentary gets so many perks is because it's enthusiastic, it's informative, it's passionate. Um, but I also understand that not everyone is like that. I know Smokey commentates in a very different way because he doesn't necessarily remember everyone's results, or he can sometimes struggle to get passionate when he's doing the commentary.
Right.
So if you are more like Smokey and less like me, the best thing sometimes is to just leave those little gaps. Say what you want to say about a specific person. You know,
Mhm.
what appearance they're on. Are they a veteran or an all or a former All Star? Where they failed in the last tournament. And then if you're thinking, what's the next thing to say? Just give yourself that extra second or two and then say it, instead
Yeah.
of thinking, he did this, because that makes it that sounds worse than just having a little gap, a small little gap when you don't say anything.
Right.
In my opinion, sometimes less is better.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah.
It's something I learned in fucking speech class. I love that.
And now for the
Uh,
best advice from
Yeah, Umps edited a tournament before.
Yeah. Well, don't do 100 and just, you know, bore your audience to sleep. Just like I wasn't even.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gave you a golden star for effort.
Thanks, man. I'll write that down on improvements. Get golden star from
Yeah, yeah. Just less replays, less profiles.
Do you think I should
Usual.
trim that down?
Yeah, I
What?
mean, I'm gonna only give a profile if it's a big guy or if it's a lesser guy that had like a deep stage 3 run or something. Like not everybody needs profile.
I only really I gave profiles to like I think I gave actual profiles to like 8
I was supposed to say, I don't
like
think he
8 people.
overdid in 17.
Like 8 people, yeah.
I think there was like 2 on stage 2, and then the rest of them are all on stage 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that's a cool thing that I do. It's a little bit of a nitpicky thing, but I like doing that because it makes it drag a lot less if it's more spread out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I do it. That's why
Yeah.
Smoke does it. I've
Yep.
just
Yeah, but
noticed I
you
didn't.
guys release multiple episodes though. Whereas like I
Yeah,
would
I
actually
suppose, yeah.
prefer if all your profiles to be on stage 1
Yeah.
because like once you get to stage 2, it's kind of, all right, let's get this going, like
It's more
let's
serious, yeah.
yeah.
Right.
I think the biggest
You're not gonna like my stage 2 then.
I
There's at least
Oh, no.
4 profiles.
I think the biggest improvement you could make is make sure you're taking breaks in between takes, man. Because you don't you don't want to be like Flame who hurt his throat trying to commentate his entire
I don't
tournament
believe
of whatever.
that. I have a
Hey.
hard time believing that.
No, I think
it can
I think he's
happen.
just chatting when he types things like that in the Discord. I think I think he types the same thing every
Oh,
time
wow.
he finishes a commentary.
I know your voice can get really tired if you're talking for like a long period of time, so
I can usually talk people's ears off though. I'm really good at that. Yeah.
I just noticed. So I brought up Paddy's bets earlier. What I didn't notice, if anyone in the Discord, look at
Yeah.
Strafe. Look at Strafe.
It's like at a couple thousand, yeah.
yeah, what
He's gone
Saw
from
happened?
that.
78,000 jump bucks. He now has 8,000. He's lost
Whatever.
70,000.
How did
He's
he
lost
lose so
70
much?
How do you
70,000
lose that
jump bucks.
much? What the fuck? Brother Bear.
77,999 gone. Or sorry, 71,999. Not even 60, it's 69, never mind.
I
dear.
stayed completely stationary and I did a bunch of
Yeah.
bets. So, I mean,
I stayed completely stationary and I locked my money up in the bank. Much like what I do in real life with my money.
All right, let's do a epic bald podcast jump bucks wagers session.
I'm poor.
What will we be
Okay,
doing when this podcast gets
okay,
released?
okay. No, I've got an idea for what. I don't know if any of these 3 guys have ran 18 yet. Chumpy can confirm this.
Sure.
Has MMO and Ump ran 18 yet?
We've all ran,
Uh,
yes.
MMO has run, Ump has not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Whichever one of the 3 of us gets the furthest on the course in 18. Oh, this isn't going to work, is it? Because this podcast comes out like
In September.
in a month and a half.
It'll be before I'll upload probably though.
Whoever comes out, whoever does the best in the next Halo Sasuke 19 gets 10,000 jump bucks off the other person,
Oh.
off the other two. So 20,000 total.
Ooh.
Wait a minute, I got 0.
Does
What?
MMO have jump bucks?
No, I
MMO
don't.
doesn't have jump bucks.
I'm
Yeah.
poor.
All right, between Ump and that's actually a good bet between Ump and Hunter, because like
Okay, 20,000.
We'll take it for 18.
20
you guys
Oh,
both
18.
you
Oh,
guys
yeah,
both
neither of
failed
us have ran
stage 2 and
18, yeah.
17.
I'll
Neither
give an
of us have
eye
ran-
overview.
It's a
neither
good
of us have
bet.
ran 18. Okay, you know what? I take it back. Neither of us have ran 18 yet. 20,000 to the winner.
I think it should
Whichever
just be
one of us gets,
10,000.
whichever one of us. Okay, 10,000 then.
Uh,
Actually, no, we've both got over 100. We've both got over 100,000. We can. No, you know what? 10,000. 10,000 to the winner. Whichever one of us gets further in 18.
just for understanding, Hunter failed the crazy clocks, and Ump failed the obstacle after that, the metal spin in 17.
So if we'd done this bet in 17, then Ump would have.
Ump would have won by an
10,000.
obstacle. Yep,
Yeah,
would have won by an obstacle.
which would have been very exciting because that's pretty close. It would be really bad if one of us, if I choke stage 1 and Ump gets all the way to like stage 3.
Yeah, that wouldn't be
Hey,
ideal.
Chumpy, can you give me 5,000 jump bucks just so I can get into the
Just get into this gambling.
into this gambling?
Dude, I'm gonna start my like jump bucks like bank account, like jump bank.
I need to
Me and
start
Swan were
starting
actually
a
wanting to
fund.
do some sweaty gambling for
Oh God.
abs, but
Oh God.
maybe next time we'll start it up for abs 28. We'll do like an over under.
Listen, there's
Big one for you.
$10,000 of my jump bucks that are on the line with the Halo Sasuke predictions, and barely anybody does them. It's
Oh yeah, I forgot about
completely
that. That's
free.
a good point.
It's a
So you're
completely
giving away,
free
yeah,
entry.
you're giving away money.
I'm
Actually,
just
you know
giving
what, I
away my money.
You have done a good job actually to stay the same amount of money, considering you've given away 10,000.
I bet a
in-
lot on HBL calls.
Yeah.
I bet a lot on HBL calls. And I usually
Um,
win.
Yeah.
Because I'm the
I'd probably lose all of them.
shit. Yeah.
With my connection.
Are we wrapping this one up?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
kind of
We've
am
had
hungry.
we've had a
Wrap
lot
before you
of,
tap it.
Yeah,
Yep,
I've,
in conclusion, wrap it before you tap it. Stay safe. Don't add or subtract from the population unless you're
See you in the
wanting
next
to.
one.
Go help your parents unload the dishes or something. I don't know. Go fuck yourselves. Bye.